Good evening. Today is Tuesday, June 13, 2023. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the headlines for this evening. President Marcos OK's pilot run of food stamp program. The WRMO ordered to plan NCR coastal areas protection. Vice President Sara Duterte lauds BRUNEI'S use of technology in education. DOH logs 418 new COVID-19 cases. HABAGAT to SPUR rains across the Philippines. Foreign direct investments net inflows drop in March. And PSEI nearly flat ahead of U.S. inflation report. For tonight's stories, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has approved the pilot run and the implementation of the government's food stamp program, according to Department of Social Welfare and Development Secretary Rex Gatchalian during a palace briefing on Tuesday. Gatchalian said the president wants to include single parents, the pregnant and lactating mothers in the program to also address the stunting problem in the country. For his part, Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa said the food in this program should be of nutritional value. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has tasked the Water Resources Management Office to come up with a comprehensive plan to protect coastal communities and Metro Manila from flooding amid the rainy season. Marcos made the directive during a meeting on Tuesday with the Department of Public Works and Highways about its flood control programs and the National Irrigation Administration on the management of dammed rivers. The president also mentioned that the estimated cost of flood control projects of the DPWH in Metro Manila and its surrounding areas was at 351 billion pesos. He said there should be the construction of water impounding facilities to manage the country's water resources. Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte paid a courtesy call on Brunei Darussalam Minister of Education Dr. Mod Saleh on Tuesday. During the last leg of her three-day visit to Brunei in her capacity as President of the Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization Council, Duterte visited Saleh to talk about her experience visiting the schools there. She added that they are back after these reminders.
Iba ng panahon, dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang magbayad, bigger, better na. You can buy it to centers, pati sa mga partners may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anong pera transaction, you can buy it all. Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
In other news, a total of 418 new coronavirus infections were recorded on Tuesday, marking the fifth straight day of decreasing infections. Based on the Department of Health's latest bulletin, the Philippines' active cases also dropped to 10,108. The country's nationwide caseload is now at 4,156,176, while the recovery tally also jumped to 4,079,587. No new deaths were recorded, keeping the death toll at 66,481. State Weather Bureau Pagasa announced that monsoon rains may persist over parts of the country due to the southwest monsoon or habagat. The Cordillera region, Zambales, and Bataan may have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, while monsoon rains may be experienced in the Ilocos region, Batanes, and Babuyan Islands due to the Habagat. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of the country may experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms, according to the Weather Bureau. In business, foreign direct investments into the Philippines posted a double-digit decline in March as investors factored in concerns over slower economic growth prospects across the globe, according to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas on Tuesday. Data released by the central bank show that the FDI net inflows stood at $548 million in March, 30.7% lower than the $792 million the same month last year, and lower than the $1.047 billion in February. Inflows of non-residents and net debt instruments fell by 37.2% to $389 million. Net equity other than reinvestment of earnings dropped by 11.7% to $94 million, and reinvestment of earnings slipped by 0.1% to $65 million. And the local bourse's main index barely moved Tuesday as the start of the shortened trading week ahead of the release of the United States inflation report for May, but the peso improved against the US dollar. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index rose by 0.002% or 0.11 points to 6,507.26 at the closing bell. The broader all shares, meanwhile, fell by 0.26% or 8.93 points to 3,467.25. Volume reached 517.10 million shares, amounting to 5.51 billion pesos. Decliners led advancers at 127 to 68, while 43 shares were unchanged. Meanwhile, the peso gained against the US dollar after closing Tuesday at 55.95 from 56.05 last Friday. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch us again tomorrow only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.
All right, listen, baby. You don't got about me, you never got about them. You got a new rule, I like it like that. I'm only one born desire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire, baby. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Oh yeah. Said, you know, babe. Said, your mom ain't know any of my time. Spot with me and you won't be burned. I'm only one that you desire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Oh, baby. Let me stand next to your fire. Yeah. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Oh, baby. Don't forget, this man is gone. One problem. Dream. All right, here's one. Try to give you the money, said save it, babe.